In this video, I'm going to show you the most profitable lead generation strategy you can find right now. This is something I am testing for the last 6 months and it already has generated over 6 figures in profit for myself, my students and my own clients. I literally saw a company I was advising booking 100 meetings in a single month. And the best part about this method is that once the system is set up, you can forget about it and will constantly generate warm leads on autopilot. It seems too good to be true, but is actually the most impressive strategy I ever seen in the last 2 years of my own lead generation career. So let me walk through the step-by-step process on also to set up this incredible strategy and even start to implement this today for your own business. So just for a little bit of context on the situation and why this is probably the most profitable lead generation strategy in 2025, let's compare it to other lead generation methods to actually see the differences. This is basically the classical way to actually do lead generation, especially with outbound. So basically we build a list, we refine the list, we get the people, contact information, we actually get emails, phone and LinkedIn, and we actually push some messages to actually get hopefully a reply. What are the disadvantages of these techniques, which is basically what everybody's doing? Of course, it's still very powerful, but it's a cold audience. People really don't know us and we really have to be persuasive to actually convince them to actually go in call with a stranger and use a little bit of their time. With me, I really have to be on point. Low conversion rate, again, it's a cold audience, they don't really know me. When you finish the list, you need another one, so you have to spend a lot of money and time so making the list again and again. Let's say that, for example, you're a marketing agency, you try with e-commerces and then you try with financial services and then you try with another kind of ICP, but as you can see, after a while I just finished the list of all the e-commerces to prospect. I had to jump to another one. It takes time to actually jump to another one. When you contact all the leads, you need new scripts. Everybody's doing this, of course, so the market regulates itself. This is why outbound is getting more expensive. You need more addresses, you need more domains. The software are getting more and more expensive. If you watch closely the news on deliverability, especially on Smartly, you have noticed that now you have smart delivery, more expensive. Now you have private infrastructure, more expensive. Why? Because a lot of people are using outbound. The average user is getting smarter, and to stand out, you have to outspend the competition, whether you are smarter, whether it's more expensive. Tough to manage lots of clients this way because you have more complexities. Let's say that you can get one interested over 100, 250 contacted. It means that if you contact 10,000 people, you can get 50 leads per month. So you need a lot of addresses, a lot of volume to actually create a sustainable lead generation strategy. While our new strategy, which is called inbound led outbound, leverage website traffic to actually prospect only people that visited your website for way your conversion rate. And basically nobody right now is actually using this kind of strategy. How does it work? Easy. Everything starts with your website traffic. Our B2B, which is a very powerful software, can de-anonymize part of your website traffic. The website traffic sent to Clay. Clay get the information about people who visited your website, trying to understand whether or not there is your ICP. And again, get email, phone, LinkedIn, so you can prospect all of them. Let me say this, guys, this strategy is just amazing because, so first, you're prospecting to a warm audience. So basically, you're prospecting people that watch your website before, so they are solution aware, they know you, and there's a very high likelihood that maybe they were about to actually book a demo, they didn't because they get distracted, and now they receive an email or a cold call, and the likelihood of getting into a meeting with you is very high. Once it's figured out, it's automatic, because think about this, guy, the list is auto-generated by website traffic, so every month you get new users, and especially if you're selling this as a service and your client is a big company, you're getting a lot of website traffic, and the list is auto-generated again and again. It's just enough to actually build once a very good strategy in filtering who's the visitor, whether or not is ICP. The list will be auto-generated, and even the messages, once you find the right fit, can be total automatic to actually generate new pipeline. Then of course you have a higher conversion rate. This kind of traffic is warm. Again, you can build and release it once you figure out once it can run on autopilot or at least in semi-autopilot. No need for a high volume because we can really get, from my experiments, even one interested over 30 to 80 contacted, so 2 to 3 times better than normal outbound. And if you put the Concur in the loop, you can really skyrocket results. So with just 10,000 website visitors, you can literally get hundreds of leads, or at least tens of leads every single month. So let's look together on how this actually works. The very first thing that you have to do is actually setting up RB2B connected to your website and connect RB2B to Clay. And in particular, all the workflow works like this. So first, we have the tracking part where you have to install snippet from RB2B into your website. I will show you how. It's very easy. Then you connect RB2B to Clay, so you get on autopilot all the visits from RB2B. Then there's the RevOps part where you actually, from the de-anonymized person, that would be a LinkedIn URL, you have to enrich it, and you have to understand whether or not it's a fit. Is it a possible customer? Is it a prospect? Is it a competitor? And only reach out to people that are relevant. Then you have to be creative with copying, connect it with the right sending tool, and start to book meetings on autopilot. First, go into RB2B website, and once you go into the main dashboard, what you can do is go to script. You can add domain, add your website or the website of your client if you are an agency. You can actually test whether or not the script is activated, so you can double check if it was a success or not. As you can see here, you can view the script, you install the script, put it into your website, and then you can even double check if the script was successful with this button, test script. So basically now we are here, we installed the RB2B to your website traffic, then RB2B had to communicate the data that is bringing from the website to Clay because we have to manage all the data. Next, I go back to RB2B dashboard, I go to integrations. I find Clay integration, setup integration. As you can see, there's a webbook URL and you have to paste here a Clay webbook. How can I do this? Easy. Go into Clay, create new, table, monitor webbook, create new table. As you can see here, you have a code, copy, go back, paste here, save, and everything will be connected. Now on autopilot in this table, day by day, hour by hour, you will get all the website visitors so that we can enrich these visitors and actually create our lead generation strategies. And as you can see over time, if you check all the records, you will get on autopilot from RB2B all this data with all the information. First of all, when you received the lead, basically, and all the possible information attached to it. Not all the possible, but of course we're on Clay, and from Clay we can get all the information that are necessary. Now we have like last name, first name, website, LinkedIn URL, and from these we can basically get any kind of information that are available online. Okay, second part is going through the data and figure out whether your contact is ICP and actually create all the strategies. So basically the black part here. I want to show you an example, which is a real client of mine. It's probably one of the fastest sales tech tool in the world right now, and we really use the strategy because it's getting a lot of attention, a lot of website traffic, and its attention plus my RB2B strategy is really crushing it, creating amazing results, really capturing all the leads that they are generating and really maximizing all the efforts. Basically, this kind of sales tech tool is a very famous prospecting tool. It has two main ICPs. One is agencies, so other lead gen agencies. The other is a B2B sales team, especially big B2B sales team. So the strategy is this: website traffic, RB2B is getting all the visitors in form of LinkedIn URL. Back into Clay, we have to understand whether they are already a client, and if they are a client, we have to exclude it. If they are a lead gen agency, or if they are the manager into a B2B sales team. If they are so, I created an ad hoc lead generation strategy for agencies and ad hoc lead generation strategy for B2B sales teams. How does it work? As you can see, I'm getting all the information here: first name, last name, company name, website, title, LinkedIn URL. So I want to understand whether they are ICP1, lead gen agency, or ICP2, big sales team. How can I do this? For lead gen agency is very easy because it's enough to use GPT and say something like a lead gen agency, outbound agency, SDR agency, I mean agency or consultancy, not SaaS or app. Just return yes or no. If it is a yes, cool. In case it's a yes for ICP1, I get the full name and I just enrich reach the email and I send my cold emails, LinkedIn DMs, etc. To get whether or not it's ICP2, we want to say that it is not ICP1 because it's already a lead generation agency, and basically fills here whether or not the job title is actually something in marketing, sales, or founder of a big company. If this checkbox is yes for lead gen agency, we will send a sequence, which is the first B2B lead gen agency. If it is ICP2, we want to send the second B2B system. How can we do this? We just say if ICP2 is equal to true, then send. If ICP1 is equal to agency, then send. And in this way, basically what we are doing is this. We have three cases: ICP1, lead gen agency; ICP2, big sales team; or do not contact because it's not ICP or it's already a client. Clay basically figure out what is the situation, and according to the different situation, we have a different outbound sequence. Okay, next, of course, find all the content information, add personalization, like in this case, we have to find the email, we have to find the phone number, we already have the LinkedIn profile, so it's not really a problem. Another very important thing to do is the one that I said before, right? Like even understanding whether or not is ICP, because we don't really want to contact companies that are already a client or companies that are already in the pipeline. So we have to connect Clay to the CRM so we can do a company lookup for this qualification, a company lookup for people. Of course, we need CRM updated, and if you don't use Clay to actually keep your CRM updated, it's another amazing use case. So in this way, you can really contact all the people that are relevant, that are warm, and in a very clean way to create a very sophisticated lead gen strategy. The only missing part is this. So once you have an email, I suggest to connect it to Smart Lead or Instantly or whatever, to HeyReach to actually send LinkedIn DMs. Phone, you can go one step ahead and or you connect it to a dialer, or you can even connect it to Slack so that when someone visits the website, an SDR immediately gets a Slack like this prospect, really nice ICP, visited the website, please call immediately, so that the SDR go immediately into the dialer, call him, and it try to actually book a meeting. Some tips about the messages, guys: don't say, hey, I noticed you were in my about page of my website. It's creepy. It seems like we are spying on our prospects. Just do not say anything. Just be relevant. Just show personalization, just show some relevant use cases and show why the solution is actually helpful. With email, you have some kind of strategy, like the value proposition templates I shared in the other videos. LinkedIn is more conversational. I would open with a question because you have to open a conversation. Phone, of course, you need an SDR in the loop, and first of all, it can really help to augment the results of the other channels. Or you can even call people directly, and in a very consultative way, you can move them from just being a prospect or a number in a spreadsheet into meeting, pipeline, and then in a deal. So this is going to be a shameless plug, but I have to tell you that I've condensed all my use cases, strategies, way to actually make your company more profitable, or use Clay to actually launch your own lucrative Clay agencies inside my Clay Scaler handbook. You will find all the flows, use cases, playbooks to go from zero to lucrative Clay agency very, very fast. So go ahead in the description if you are keen to learn more and actually get the cheat sheet to scale Clay in your company or open your own Clay agency. And now, to finally prove that this is the most profitable lead generation strategy out there, I built a very accurate ROI calculator because I really want to show you what is the kind of impact that you can make in your company or to your clients. So it looks like this. Let's say that your website or the website of your client is actually getting 10,000 unique visits per month. Softwares like B2B actually anonymize not 100% of the traffic. Of course, they anonymize like 20 to 30% of the traffic. So from the 10,000, you can get 2,500 unique LinkedIn profiles. From these 2,500, my understanding, this really depends from website to website, how is divided the kind of sources, how you are getting this kind of website. More or less 30% is ICP, because maybe others are just curious people. Maybe visitors are working in the right company, but it's totally the wrong job title. So from those 2,500, I expect 750 people to actually be ICP. My understanding is that if you visit your website, it's in target, and you're good with outreach, and you're doing omni-channel outreach, LinkedIn, email, phone, you can actually get one booked meeting every 50 contacted. But let's take this even a step further. Let's say that instead of 10,000 it's 20,000 and you have an ACV of 25,000. You are running a financial offer. You are selling a software that costs $25,000. 20,000 website visits. With this kind of strategy on semi-autopilot with a build and release, you can actually generate this kind of additional revenue per month. Does not only generate more revenue, but it even helps all the other channels to become more profitable. For example, let's say that you're running ads. Let's say that you're investing in conferences. Let's say that you're investing in SEO. And you're getting traffic from those sources, hopefully targeted traffic. With our B2B, you can make the other channel even more profitable, because sometimes maybe with SEO you're getting traffic, but that traffic is not converting into a demo immediately. It takes time, and most of people actually bounce from your website and never came back. But with this way, with our B2B, with inbound-led outbound, you can actually turn an unprofitable channel into a super profitable channel, and on top of all the traffic you're getting, on top of all the activities, you can actually get more revenue and especially more profit. This is why, guys, inbound-led outbound is probably the single biggest, most profitable lead generation strategy out there for 2025. And that was a great rundown of one of the most profitable lead generation strategy out there, inbound-led outbound. Earlier in this video, I mentioned there are some extremely advanced lead generation strategy using Clay, very similar to the one that I described today. And there's one that hardly anyone is literally aware right now, and it can be a total game changer for your own business success. It uses constantly updating information, real-time news, and very sophisticated scripting techniques so that you can reach out to prospects exactly in the moment they experience a problem, and you can apply it to your business today. So click here to see the next video and how can you leverage news and artificial intelligence at your own advantage to create an incredible lead generation strategy. Thank you so much and see you in the next one.